it's Yammy and welcome to NoiraMore Academy, where during the night one of the teachers gets kidnapped and a student has to figure out why. This is only the demo of the game. I'm so excited for the full release. Guys, if you're excited too, make sure to leave a like on this video and let's get into it. Alright, here we go.
NoiraMore Academy, one of Drakenspire's most prestigious schools with over 500 years of storied history. The current headmaster, Julius Claiborne, is a former general who runs our school with military precision and discipline. Our wonderful planet of Noives is home to a great many talents in resonetic abilities, and NoiraMore's teachers are uniquely qualified in instructing such essential subjects. But while we specialize in resonetic talents, our other subjects are not taught any less thoroughly, and every student is encouraged to explore their unique talents in our
Was that like a
program.
unicorn?
NoiraMore Academy guides our students to commit to their studies, keep sound minds, maintain their manners, and most importantly, behave in a manner befitting the reputation of our beloved institution.
Okay, so the people look like unicorns.
Is that really what you're up to now?
I wouldn't call it extortion, sir. I simply told the cafeteria cook that I would keep the existence of his pet vermin on the down low if he provided me with an extra brownie or two at lunchtime. It was mutual exchange that neither of us had issues with.
Yes, Judith, that's extortion. Of course he had issues with it. Thank goodness I caught you in the act.
Well, why am I the one sitting here in this office when it's the cook who is keeping vermin pets?
I've already talked with Mr. Seabrook, Judith. It's dealt with. And more importantly, none of your business.
Why do I love Judith already?
What concerns me is you.
What about
Sneaking
her?
around at night, lying to teachers, extorting staff. This is a decidedly concerning trend. Don't you want to be a good example for your sister?
Indeed. It must be hard enough for her to be younger than her classmates.
For the next month, you are not permitted to attend film club.
Oh no!
Do you understand, Miss Hovern?
But sir, I won't be able to see any movies outside of that club.
Hence why it's a punishment. Miss Nunatak will check that you aren't seen there.
I'll make sure of it.
Judith, head back to class, please.
Oh, Judith is mad.
Good old Seabrook didn't rat me out, it seems. Brownies weren't the only things I asked him for. Apparently, one of his old classmates from back in the day was really into puzzles. He set up some kind of secret puzzle in the history classroom years ago, and Seabrook never figured it out. Let's see if I can.
Can we solve this mystery?
During the Onyx War, various battles were fought in the Inked Wastes. Some were relegated to land, others underground in the caverns, and many on the Inked Sea. Our fiefdom, Drakenspire, went head-to-head against the fiefdom of Northburg in a horrid conflict spanning 4 years. It irrevocably changed our fiefdom forever. Miss Cabrera, no drawing in class. Can anyone here tell me why the Onyx War was instigated? Miss Landerhoof?
Yes, ma'am. The Onyx War was started due to Northburg spies sabotaging our resonetic ring production process. Northburg took advantage of this to sell their own rings in order to gain the kingdom's favor.
A good summation, Miss Landerhoof. Can anyone else tell me why it was the Inked Wastes that were chosen as the fateful battleground?
The Inked Wastes is between the two fiefdoms. Plus, it was where we mined our ore for the rings.
Excellent, Mr. Strumps. Now, what is it about the Inked Wastes that make it a particularly terrible place to fight a war? Miss Aker?
Oh, yes, Miss Grimsby. Well, the Inked Waste is a nasty, nasty place, full of horrid creatures that will gobble you up and suck out all of your blood.
What?
Oh, and of course you can't forget to mention the Surge, which will suck you down into his deep depths and fill your lungs with tar, his tendrils digging deep into your brain.
Oh my gosh, she's just casually saying it.
Enough, Miss Acre. Oh, quite enough. Our unit this semester will be all about the Onyx War. Since it is the most recent major conflict in Drakenspire's history, we will be studying it in depth. And speaking of which, you may have heard tell that a new science teacher will be joining us this year to replace Mr. Mason. His name is Mr. Bagshaw, and he actually worked in the Research and Development Division of the Drakenspire Army. I'm sure he will have plenty to share with you that can enhance your education. Anyway, I am now giving you the rest of the period to work on the papers I assigned to you yesterday about the instigation of the war. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Dismissed.
The note Seabrook gave me says history classroom. Page number equals number of cave hounds times number of windows plus number of desks.
Okay, we got a friend's clue. A puzzle clue Seabrook's friend left him. Also, I love the lore drop we just got. That was quite a long cutscene, but I feel like we learned so much. So let's have a look here. Page number equals number of cave hounds. Number of cave hounds. Let's have a look, shall we? How are we gonna find that? Page number of what book? I'm assuming a textbook, but there are a lot of textbook types in here. I love the character design and the graphics, like pretty much everything about this game. I'm already obsessed. Right, so number of cave hounds. Oh, hello.
Before I ask them, I should figure out what page number I'm looking for.
What page am I looking for? Yeah, I need to actually look how many cave hounds there are. Are they cave hounds? I've seen one hound. Secrets can kill, kiddos. Keep your trap shut about sensitive topics over the waves. The bats could always be listening. Ooh, what is this? It's an old battle tactics board. Oh, this is a puzzle? Wait, what? How is this a puzzle? Do we move them? Oh, that's so cool. Careful where you aim your sights or you'll shoot someone's favorite eye out. What? Where are the hounds? That's what I want to know. Hello.
Nightclaw Judith, I need your help.
With what?
Well, my wings are that of a warrior. They are strong and my claws are sharp. All good traits of a warrior bat. However, well, sometimes I can wield them a little clumsily. And, I ripped a small hole when I was swooping past this dress.
Oh no!
Oh, Gina, this dress is 500 years old.
I know. If Grimsby sees, I might get kicked out of the school. But I've built my roost here. I can't get kicked out. As a fellow member of the Nightclaw clan, I am formally asking for your assistance, Judith.
It looks like the dress uses a particular stitch here. I don't know how to copy it well enough to pass Grimsby's inspection.
Squeak, squeak, squeak! Oh, I'm sorry. That was a curse word in battle language. I need to watch my tongue.
I'll try to find someone who could help. This sounds like something Becky would know.
Becky?
Thanks, Nightclaw Judith. You are a valuable member of the clan.
Okay, the play's next week, right? Added anything cool to your roost? Have you finished reading the Warrior Bats book yet? Let's say the play is next week. I don't know what play, though.
The play is next week, right? Are you excited for all your method acting to finally pay off?
We Fluffbats have a great appreciation for the arts. I am happy to take part in the play and make my clan proud by representing our warrior hearts.
What's going to happen to your Fluffbat persona once the play is over?
I am a true bat at heart. I don't know what you mean by persona.
In another play she was cast as a janitor. and she cleaned the whole cafeteria. And when she was cast as a tree, she stayed outside and photosynthesized.
So she's not actually a bat.
She's completely dedicated to the bit.
I see. Even her ears are fixed. She's wearing a headband. That makes sense. I thought there was like different types of creatures, but she's just wearing a costume, which is super cute. Like you can see the stitches on the wings. Okay, added anything cool to your roost lately?
Added anything neat to your roost lately?
Oh, yes. I just added a hammock to sleep from. It's not traditional to my people, since they hang from the ceiling with their feet, but it is very comfortable, and it's hanging off the ground to keep me safe from predators.
Oh, that's right. She needed a hammock because she almost broke her horn when she tried to sleep while hanging from the rafters.
A question for you, Nightclaw Judith. I saw you've added a poster of a Psyquine man to your roost. Is this because you find him, what's the word in your language? Cute?
Gina, come on. That's just a poster for a detective holoreel. I'm not ready to like boys yet. I'm only 13.
Okay, I think I definitely liked boys by the time I was 13. I think I had many crushes. Right, have you finished reading the Warrior Bats book yet?
So, have you finished reading the Warrior Bat series?
Thrice over.
What? Aren't there like 50 books in the series?
It's important for me to know every detail for my Fluffbat cultural studies.
Oh my gosh.
Gina, you do know those aren't accurate to real Fluffbats, right? It's a fantasy fiction series.
Have you read them? Have you studied anything about Fluffbat behavior or history?
Well, no.
Then don't tell me what I do or do not know about my own species. Thank you.
I love her. She is dedicated to her play. I'll give her that. Right, so we need to find somebody that can fix the dress. What about the inventory? What we got? Friend's clue still. I don't know what we're looking at. Is this the hound?
A statue of a cave hound. They don't have eyes, since they live in deep caves, and hunt using echolocation. Additionally, they are very good boys.
That's super cool. They're like bats without wings. They live in caves and they use echolocation. All right, is there anything else we can look at? What about this?
Fashion about 500 years out of date. Who thought those pants were a good idea?
What about you?
Lady Judith! Greetings!
Hello, Sol.
Might I ask if the film club will have the honor of your presence today? We are watching Murder in the Depths, a delightful horror reel that combines Felmorian and Noivesan directing technique. Additionally, I heard tell that real skeletons were used to depict the bodies of the murder victims.
Creepy.
Please refrain from informing any school staff of this fact. I do not wish to get into detention again for my interests.
I'm sorry, I just got into trouble with the headmaster. Can't join in film club for a while.
Oh, really? I'm simply crestfallen to hear such a thing. I do hope you may join us soon. A new batch of my skull-shaped cookies will be awaiting your arrival.
Deathly delicious, as you always say.
Indeed, I do.
Oh, I love her. Have you seen her fluffy tail? That is so cute. Okay, why were you in detention?
You mentioned getting into detention at one point. What was that for?
Have I not told you of that incident? Ah, yes. This was from before we knew one another, I believe. In the library's radio room, I and several other students had met up to share our favorite radio shows.
Okay.
I turned the channel to my personal pick. As it went on, a few of the students seemed to become quite frightened. The librarian came in to check on us, and when he heard what we were listening to, well, he immediately took me to the headmaster's office. Unfortunately, I was banned from turning the channel ever again.
Oh dear.
What exactly did you have them listen to?
A series detailing the stories of serial killers. A tad graphic, I must admit, but also rife with educational content.
This girl is into some weird things. It's like she's obsessed with true crime. A lot of people are. What are you reading?
What are you reading there?
An autopsy report, that's all.
Oh, of course she is.
Autopsy? Of who?
Baroness Belladonna Ladinmore, a death from 30 years ago that many would consider suspicious. I'm continuing my studies of famous deaths in order to increase my likelihood of becoming a forensic pathologist someday. That is my backup career plan, if my status as a true princess is never officially acknowledged anyway.
So you're trying to solve a cold case. Have you gotten any leads?
Some things I find unusual, yes, but nothing that hasn't been already noted by famous doctors. Besides, my specialty is in cadaver forensics. I'll need a detective's mind to piece together the entire mystery. Perhaps you might assist me in that sometime soon, Judith, since you're so good at mysteries and all.
That does sound like a good bit of fun. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, and the final thing we can say is Historical Reenactment Club.
What's going on with the reenactment club? Becky still won't talk to me.
Oh, are you planning on rejoining? Because, to be entirely honest, Lady Judith, I do not believe you will be allowed.
Oh no, why?
I'm just curious about what you're all up to.
I see. Well, our next grand reenactment is happening in a few days' time. It will be one of our biggest yet, covering the land and sea battle of Westlane on the 25th anniversary of the Onyx War's beginning.
Oh yeah, Grimsby mentioned that. And I think she said that non-club students are encouraged to join, since it's so big and educational or something. I know I can't become a club member, but I could probably help out a bit in this one, right?
Lady Judith, you know that I cannot approve you or not. You would have to talk with Becky. Have you apologized to her yet?
Why?
No. Why should I have to? She was the one who started everything.
Are you sure her slights against you were reality rather than simply perceived?
I know what I saw. I can read people.
Not all books are of the same language. Other languages exist, and one person cannot know all of them. As a person who holds precious friendships with the both of you, this continued feud hurts my heart.
Aww.
Pray, consider taking the first step to end it.
Isn't Becky the one we need to speak to about the dress? I think? Maybe we should go speak to her and end this feud. Okay, what else can we do? Speak to him?
Judith, hey, have you finished the paper yet?
Naturally.
Ha! Well, I'm just a tad worried about getting it done on time. Especially because I'm just not getting it. Mrs. Grimsby's teaching style is, well...
Atrocious.
I was going to choose a kinder word, like peculiar?
That's the meanest thing I've ever heard coming out of your mouth.
But it's hard for her to teach about a war when she gets queasy over just mentioning death or blood. She's definitely skipping out on some important stuff. Can you summarise the cause of the war a bit more clearly for me?
Okay, it might take me a couple of minutes though.
All right. Don't tell me I never did anything for you. The fiefdoms of Northburg and Drakenspire have been at odds for hundreds of years, ever since they were first established by brothers with bad blood between them. Our fiefdom of Drakenspire was known for the production of excellent resonetic augmentation rings. This was due to the high-quality ore mined from our territory in the Inked Wastes. These rings rose our standing with the king, drawing the jealousy of Northburg. 25 years ago, however, many rings were found to be dangerously faulty, to the point that some who used them lost their resonetic talents altogether.
I like how they put them on their horn.
A campaign was launched that said it was due to Baron Leoric of Drakenspire pursuing cheaper mining in areas with ore tainted by the Surge. Royal investigations were launched. In the meantime, Baron Nayrath of Northburg offered to sell his own rings and provide medical assistance to the affected fiefdoms. The king began to favour Nayrath and granted him the rights to mine in the Inked Wastes. Soon, however, the king's spies revealed the truth. A double agent, supposedly working for Drakenspire, had manipulated documents to direct miners to the tainted areas, making it look like Baron Leoric had ordered it.
Oh dear.
Once the truth was revealed, tensions between the fiefdoms skyrocketed, Leoric, furious, mobilized his troops and marched upon the Inked Wastes, intent on taking his mines back. Neirath sent out troops in response, declaring that he still had legal rights to the land. A battle began. The initial conflict was very bloody, very quickly, since Drakenspire's citizenry were incensed at Neirath's actions. The fervor of combat led to some of the Northberg miners to be killed in the fray. Since they were civilians,
Oh no!
Northberg's soldiers fought back with a similar anger. Meanwhile, the king was mad with Leoric for engaging Neirath, since the investigation was not closed, and he'd bypassed royal authority by sending out troops. As such, the king did not take sides, leading the fiefdoms to engage in combat exclusively with the other, as other fiefdoms were not permitted to become involved. The war lasted for 4 years and was fought almost entirely in the Inked Wastes. The area was already known for its strange, twisted evils, horrid beasts, and the infection of the surge.
They
on
look
the land,
awesome.
brutal bloodshed, and new types of resonetic weaponry only twisted the place further. One can only be glad we were born after it was all over, eh?
Huh. I think I'm getting it a bit more now. Thanks, Judith.
No problem.
You mentioned resonetic weapons affecting the land. Did those help or hurt the surge? Oh, and what happened to Lord Neirath after the war?
This whole unit is going to be about the war. You'll learn that stuff soon enough. And if you don't get it, I'll drill it into your skull, knucklehead.
Ha ha. Thanks.
Honestly, I feel like she needs to drill it into my head again because that just went over my head. Not gonna lie, that was a lot of information there. Right, so we can say, any plans for the treehouse? What treehouse?
Any plans for the treehouse?
Yeah, I've got a few sketches I'm working on. I don't know how I'm going to get enough wood or nails to finish my plans though.
We could take apart the door on Glitter's stable. Or we could dig up her grave and use the coffin. She's an animal made out of stone. She doesn't really need a coffin anyway.
What?
Judith.
Alright. If I come across any, I'll make sure not to tell you where I sourced it from.
He is not impressed. I don't blame him. Alright, see you later. We've got to go. Can we speak to any of these students? Oh, we could inspect something there. What was it? Ooh.
Good old number 2.
Good old number 2. I gained a pencil. Why? What can I do with that? Hello?
Lydia Cabrera. Artist and big-time sports fan. She mostly likes paint, but I've seen her make art pieces out of anything she can get her hands on. Both she and I don't get along with the teachers too well, but she has the advantage of being an artist. After all, it's hard to stay too mad at the girl who will draw the school holiday card designs for free. I've known her since last year.
Okay, interesting. She's an artist and she's absolutely covered in paint. What else can we look at? Oh, in the dark to these people.
Northberg's crest. Some students' parents complained about this being hung in the classroom, saying it was disrespectful to the men who fought against Northberg. But Headmaster Claiborne, who was one of those very men, told them it was fine for educational purposes. He's an old stick in the mud, but at least he can stand up to the PTA parents.
Okay, we can look at all the different crests.
The crest of the royal family of Corveth, our current king, is the big boss of all Corveth's fiefdoms. Supposedly, he's an unbiased ruler, but after the war, he seems to be more favourable to Drakenspire. Good for us, I guess.
Ooh, look at this one! A flaming horse.
The crest of the NoiraMore family. They died off with the passing of Headmaster NoiraMore 20 years ago. They say she was going insane before her death, that she thought the Onyx War would be the end of the world. She was deposed as headmaster before her mysterious passing. Wonderfully spooky stuff.
Lots of mysterious deaths in this game. Right, what else can we look at this? Crystals.
These are crystals, whose vibrations prevent anyone in the classroom from using telepathy.
That's so
to
cool.
prevent cheating, I gather. I heard that one time, an upperclassman secretly switched them out for fakes before a big test.
Love that. They were clever. Look at that. What is that? It's a Rarinoke skull. Looks like a dinosaur. Not gonna lie. Or is it the horse? I don't know. Pretty sure I've looked at most things.
From what I remember, this classroom's construction was sponsored by one of Drakenspire's ladies, Lady Belford, I think. Her likeness is depicted here to thank her. The cave hound statue is modelled after her most loyal companion, who ended up getting her killed when he angered a Cydalon on one of her hunts.
Oh dear. That's not good. That poor lady.
An old plate depicting Queen Clarentia. I don't know why any royal would want food smeared all over an image of their face, though. Oh, come on, Judith. They're obviously decorative. Think.
I just think it's really weird that people have decorative plates that you just display. Like, why is it a plate? Alright, we've got some weapons.
A sword, used by one of Corveth's knights. I don't know why it isn't behind glass. Grimsby has more faith in her students than I do, I guess.
Alright, we've got some arrows.
Hunting arrows. Before more modern killing innovations, most people use their powers to shoot these things through the air.
Cool.
Bigger ones for hunting, smaller ones for more ethically dubious purposes.
I love that. They don't even need like a crossbow or anything. They just use their powers. That is so cool. I think I've looked at pretty much everything at the back of the classroom. Can we leave? No, we can. Ooh, what's that?
A model of one of the submarines used in the war. They were gradually phased out after the monsters in the Inked Sea were mutated by psi-bombs and destroyed subs on site.
Yeah, maybe they wanted revenge. Or maybe they just wanted to kill. Kinda crazy. I want to see these monsters.
A knight's helm. Some helmets try to offer protection for the horn, but that ends up blocking waves needed for combat. Besides, most healthy horns have natural current barriers that work almost as well as armor anyway.
That is amazing that there's like a hole cut out for the horn to go through. There is so much lore in this game. I'm loving it.
These were all recently published. Seabrook's friend went to school before the war, so I doubt any of these would work. I should ask the book sprites for help.
Oh, is that what they are? The book sprites, okay.
A picture of a soldier from the Onyx War. I think he was Grimsby's son.
Maybe so. Alright, what about this?
A picture of the biggest island in the Inked Sea. It's where the Onyx tribe lives. Miss Nunatak comes from there, I think.
What were the clues again? I've forgotten. Number of cave hounds, number of windows, number of student deaths. Probably the easiest for me to solve is the number of deaths, so let's go do that first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 26, 27 deaths? Is that right? There's 30 deaths in this classroom. Let's write that down so I don't forget. Number of cave hounds, we have 1 here. Maybe there's just 2 of them? Oh my gosh. There's 3 in this image. Am I blind? There's 4 darn hounds. Number of cave hounds, there's 4. Times 13 windows. Add 30 for the amount of deaths. We got 82.
Before I ask them, I should figure out what page number I'm looking for.
I already know, girl. It's 82. At least, I think it is. Was it right?
Bingo.
Yes!
Hello, little guy. I need to find a pre-war history textbook. Maybe from around the 2190s?
Oh my gosh. I love the book sprites. Why are they so freaking cute? Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh.
Without further ado... Huh. Interesting.
Oh.
A battle that took place way before the Onyx War, but it still involved Drakenspire and Northburg.
Find something to do with the old history book. Well, it has something to do with that over there. Hello? I have something for you, I think, that you might need. The sewing book. I'm gonna equip it, and I'm gonna give you it.
Gina, look what I've got.
Nightclaw Judith, what is it?
I've got a guide on how to make that stitch to repair the dress, and a needle and thread.
By the great bat's wings! Thank you. Can you help me repair it? I'm afraid my claws would only tear it more.
Sure. Watch this.
Use your mouse to make your needle follow the sewing pattern steps. Click to make a stitch. Okay, we're doing some sewing. Love to see it. So, I think it goes like this. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't think that's right. I'm just gonna restart that because what the heck am I doing? 1, 2, 3. What? I'm so confused here. Okay, this is not the most easy thing to do, not gonna lie. You just gotta follow the book. Like, once you understand what you're doing, it makes a bit of sense. Yes! I did it!
There you go, all repaired. Grimsby shouldn't know the difference.
Thank you once again for your help, Nightclaw Judith. May the great Bat, leader of our clan, bless you this day. And may your catch of rodings always be juicy. Here, take a lunch coin.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Gina.
Now I got a lunch token. Okay, so the old history book is obviously to do with this. I think we have to figure it out. Let's take a look at the book, shall we? Advanced Drakensperian History by Ladrian Kingsley. A history book containing a map of some famous battle. It's this.
This has got to be related to the textbook. But this scene shows a different battle. Though, looking closer at the paint, it seems like this table has been used for years and was painted over whenever a new scene was needed.
Oh.
Platoon... company? Ugh. I don't know how many soldiers those are. Maybe I'll have to ask someone for help.
Who knows anything about this? Talk with the characters to get new information and items that can be used as clues. There were 2 Northbergian patrols to the far west and 1 patrol to the east of the Northern Canyon. What? Their base, which had 3 barracks, was on the river peninsula. The company resided there. 1 platoon guarded the beach just to the northeast. As for Drakenspire, there was a company in the far northeast, but not in the river. Additionally, there was a platoon and a base on top of the mountain and 3 platoons on the northwestern base of the mountain. Oh, okay, so I gotta move these around and it reflects on the book. So, there were 2 Northbergian patrols. Wait, I've forgotten who everybody is. I think we're Drakenspire. Drakenspire, there was a company in the far northeast. Let's go speak to some people first. Do you know anything?
That's Marisol Aker. She's a member of the Historical Reenactment Club. She insists that she's a secret heir to the throne, descended from a long-lost royal ancestor. She's also really into true crime and horror stories.
I gathered that.
Once, she was taken to the counsellor for the amount of books she checked out on concerning subjects. Souls never hurt anybody, though. She's a good kid.
Okay, well, she didn't help me. What about you? Will you help me?
That's Deacon Vespsha. He's good friends with Lydia, Gina, and I. His dad is a pastor in town, which means he's a bit too much of a moralist for my taste, but he's got a sharp tongue at times. He fixed up the old treehouse we use as a clubhouse.
Ah, that's the treehouse.
Gina Wendigan, resident drama kid. She was cast as a fluff bat in an upcoming school play, and has been method acting for a month now. Her obsession got even worse when she read through the Warrior Bats books. She thinks they're actually accurate to Fluffbat behaviour, and now she's declared I'm part of her bat clan.
That's kind of
her
cute,
antics
though.
can be weird, but she's a good friend. I've known her for a long time.
I love her. I think she's actually my favourite character. Anybody else wanna help me out? What about you guys?
Nicholas Strumps and Becky Landerhoof. They and I aren't on the best of terms. Becky leads the school's Historical Reenactment Club. She's a real stickler for accuracy, to an obnoxious degree. Nicholas is her boyfriend. He's a nerd about naval history and sea battles and the like. Becky hasn't talked to me in a while. Probably because of what I did at the reenactment.
What did you do, girl?
But I only did it because she needed to be taken down a peg. She should have thought of it as a favour, really.
I want to know what she did. Alright, find someone to help. Who can help me with the battle board? Anybody? Maybe I have to give people something to help me. Like, he is into all things army and military, right? What if I give him a lunch token? He's the last person I'd want to give this to. Okay, fair. What about you?
Leave us alone.
How many soldiers are in a platoon? Yes, please tell me.
Nicholas, I need to ask you something about the military.
Huh. Becky, did you hear something?
Ah,
You know, I am feeling pretty darn hungry today. Maybe, just maybe, if I had an extra lunch token, my ears would clear up.
I just tried to give you one. You didn't want it a second ago. But yes, I will give you one. I was gonna give you it anyway. Here you go. Take it.
Here's a lunch token. Now spill your guts, war geek.
Bribing me, I see.
Yes, I am.
Fine. What's your question?
I need to know how many soldiers are in a patrol, a platoon, and a company.
Basic question. Hardly worth a lunch token. But I'll take it anyway. In Drakenspire, the average is 20 men per patrol,
Oh
40 men per
gosh.
platoon, and 140 per company.
Guess the reenactment club can teach useful things sometimes.
Rich. Real rich. Buzz off.
Okay, patrol 20 men, platoon 40 men, company 140 men. Right, we gotta go and place these soldiers in the right place. That matches on the board. This is kind of tricky. What if I put one on the... I'm guessing this is the mountain. Yeah, I think that's the mountain. What if I put 2 over on this side? I need to move the tents as well. They were here. The river has changed though. I think that's right. Let's make a little squad behind the tents. Uh-oh, you are in the way, my friend. Okay, now I gotta do the red side. If I get this wrong, I'm gonna be so sad. Please be right, please be right. Maybe I gotta move these down one. No. I think I have to move this guy. Yes! Ooh! What the heck? There's some gems.
There we go.
Okay, what are these?
What do we have here?
Second note, a puzzle clue Seabrook's friend left him. The creation of NoiraMore Academy started as a twinkle in Catherine NoiraMore's eye.
I'll have to get up there to investigate, but Grinsby will object if she sees me. Maybe I can get someone to distract her.
But how? How will we distract her? Maybe with some paint?
AJ, what's the damage?
Banned from film club for a while.
Bummer. We just got a copy of Murder in the Depths, too.
You did?
Yep. Hopefully they won't return it to town before you see it.
Almost makes me regret being such a delinquent.
Can you distract the teacher for me, please? We need your help.
Lydia, I need to do something that I don't think Grinsby will like. Can you distract her for me?
Please,
I'm all for doing stuff she doesn't like, but I'm kind of busy carving here.
Please?
What are you doing?
Carving chalk. Wanna help me?
Yes?
Why would I do that?
I want to make a whole set of carved chalk to give to David Belosimi on the lake ball team. I think he'd, think it's neat or something.
Oh,
Lydia,
she likes
David
him.
is like 4 years older than you.
Which won't be a problem when he's a famous lake ball star in his mid-20s. Might as well make sure he knows my name before he gets famous and all. So, are you gonna help me or not? I'd do it myself, but he's leaving for a game in a few hours, and I want to give it to him before then.
I don't really want to get my gloves dirty. Can you give me a lunch token in exchange?
Ugh, sure. Come on.
Okay, so she's gonna give us a lunch token and then hopefully she'll help us distract the teacher.
Fine.
Great, here's the knife. Just try to match the 3 I've already made, okay? Chip off the sides.
Easy, right? Easy? Okay, this is actually kind of hard to do. You gotta match it exactly by being super delicate and gentle, because if you mess up, you have to restart the whole thing. You can't just undo. Oh gosh, I really messed that one up. Sure, it's fine. Hopefully he likes them. Oh gosh, I made a mess of that one. Oh no. Well, apparently that works, so yeah, let's just finish. Yeah, I'm really not good at this. Hopefully she's not embarrassed by this. Oh boy, I messed that up big time. I was so close, wasn't I? I was so close, but I was so far. Oh wait, oh no, apparently that's okay. 3 out of 3, baby. Yeah.
These look fine.
Fine?
Yeah, here's a lunch token for your time. Treat yourself.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Give me that lunch token because I lost mine. Right, I need your help as well. Help me.
Lydia, I need to do something that I don't think Grinsby will like. Can you distract her for me?
Sure, I guess. Have fun.
Yeah, you distract her while I do a high jump. You can reach higher places by holding down the E. Aim in your final position with your mouse. Let's go do a big old jump up there, because we need to investigate. How am I meant to reach that? Maybe I go there. Ascend. Let's do it. I made it. Okay, I need to go over this set. All right, I'm over here now. Can I do a high jump up there? Maybe I have to use my pencil to do something. Oh my gosh, I'm stabbing her eyes. Wait, what?
Cracked it. What's this?
The gems! The gems belong to the leader of the pack. His collar must match the procession of the hunt. Right.
So I need to put these gems somewhere.
Do they belong to the painting? It goes red, green, blue. Where do I put them? Maybe I put them in his collar. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Okay. Here we go. So I have red, and then it matched on the other side, I think. So red there, green, purple. And then it was like backwards. So it would be green here. No, I think it was blue. I think it was blue there. Yes, I did it. Okay, that's so good that I remembered that. How the teacher hasn't noticed this falling off the statue, I don't know.
Tapestry.
What did I get? A third note. A puzzle clue to Seabrook's friend. Right. Hey, Jake. I'm glad you finally were able to solve one of my puzzles. I put a lot of effort into this one. Well, he didn't. I did. Years and years after he left the school. I made that collar myself and managed to slip it on the statue just before our new history teacher arrived. Anyway, this is the last puzzle I'll get to make before graduation. It's been a fine few years growing up in this school, and I'm real glad I got to spend them with you, my best bud. Since you won't be getting out of this joint until next year, I hope you'll use that time to finally solve my other puzzles too. Anyway, here's what I found. It's some kind of blueprint of a door that leads to a secret passage. I haven't figured out how to open the door yet. Was too busy finishing this puzzle before graduation, but it's probably got to do with the glass pattern on it. I look forward to hearing all about what's behind it when I next see you. Well,
Seabrook
you never did.
Probably want to see this. A bit pathetic he wasn't able to solve this puzzle, really. High King above. Now this is interesting.
Academy blueprint. Ooh. Secret passage.
Considering how old this parchment looks, there could be something incredible behind this door. I've got to find it as soon as I can.
Oh, school bell.
Calling all students to the entry hall. All students to the entry hall. A new teacher is arriving to the school. Please line up in formation flanking the entry doors, and let us give him a warm NoiraMore welcome.
Ah, and here he is.
New teacher
Come now,
time.
children, follow me. 2 straight lines.
I love how she's called Miss Grinsby, but she's like the most anxious mess ever and probably never grins. What the heck? There's been a murder! Wow, I want to play more of this. I can't wait for the full release. Well, that was incredibly awesome and also very challenging. Like, some of those puzzles were way beyond my comprehension, but somehow I managed to do it. Anyway, guys, that's where I'm going to leave this video. If you're excited for the full game, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to see another video from me in the meantime until its release, you can click on one of these and I'll see you over there.